I kicked out one of my villagers again, and now I'm about to embark on a 100 ticket villager hunt, but the twist is I'm taking whoever shows up on the 100th island. So we might as well just start off and hope that there's not a dreamy on the first ticket. Island number 1, not a dreamy. I do like Sylvana. She's cute, she's fun, but it doesn't even matter. We have to sit through 99 more tickets until we get to the final one. So y'all might as well just strap in because we're going on a long ride. Let's say that. Honestly, the main reason why I'm doing this is because I just don't care anymore. I have done so many villager hunts in this game. I've played this game since launch. At this point, I don't care who lives on the island anymore because I can literally just kick them out the next day if I don't like them. That's why I kicked out Nate. Sorry for glossing past the fact. Nate's gone. Sorry to Teddy, that's his older brother, but they are no longer on the island together because Nate just wasn't giving. In general, like, he was just there. He wasn't really starting anything. I didn't want to kick out any of the other guys on the island because I liked all of them more. It just felt right, you know? So, sorry to Nate. I don't think any of y'all even remember that he lived on the island, so probably be good, but we'll see. We are now on the second ticket of this villager hunt, and it literally doesn't matter who's here, but we might as well see it's Boots, the house down. Yes, mama. Doesn't matter. We're immediately leaving this island of Willow, by the way. I don't remember the last time I played on here. There really isn't anything to update y'all on the island. If you saw the last video, that's basically what has happened since, because I have not played this game all month, which it's not shocking. It's 2023. If you're consistent in Animal Crossing New Horizons, that's more shocking than if you're inconsistent. So shout out to anybody who plays the game every day. I'm not one of them, but if you are, that's great. Who is above the waterfall? It's Angus. Great. That was ticket number 3. It doesn't matter because I'm not taking him unless he shows up on island number 100, which I hope he doesn't. Even though I'm letting the Animal Crossing gods pick my villager for me, I still hope they give me a girl so that we can finally have 5 guys and 5 girls on the island again, a first in a very long time. The 4th ticket brings us to a Money Rock Island. I could spend some time getting the money from here, but I'd rather go to a treasure island, so no thank you. And no thank you to Sterling either. Not this man, once again. Pretending like it's 1462 or whenever medieval knights were invented. Oh my god, Daisy! Shout out to the Mario movie. I haven't seen it yet. But I've heard good things about it. I actually do want to check it out. It's been a good year for like Nintendo people for the most part. There's a new Zelda game, Mario movie. Super Nintendo World came out this year too. They've been feeding us. I know Animal Crossing stands would make you think otherwise because this game hasn't gotten anything, but like it's still been like a pretty exciting and eventful year for the franchise overall, I feel like. Because like, yeah, those are only 3 things, but like those are 3 big things to happen regardless. A movie that's doing well in theaters, Universal Studios making an amusement park for like people to go to that's Nintendo themed. Big deal as well. Sure, there's like no Animal Crossing representation. Who cares? This is coming from someone who loves Animal Crossing. Like, dog, they have other games to focus on too. It is now Bamboo Island. Who is on this island? Not that it matters, once again. Okay, it's Aurora. See, Aurora could be fun because she's evil, you know, because of her red eyes. Where's your shocked face? No, get shocked. Dang it. The one time I wanted to see your red eyes on purpose and you don't bother to show them to me. Fuck you. And now we're on another Money Rock Island. And that's Octavian. I've had Octavian before, so I feel no shame in not taking him because I just don't want him. Anyways, so it doesn't matter. Also, can I just say, it is so hot outside. It's April. And like, tell me how it was like 30 degrees all week in April. That's like what, 90 something in Fahrenheit? I don't fucking know. I hate the heat so much. So I think the worst part about the earth warming up again because it's summertime, I have to put away all my sweaters. I don't want to wear t-shirts anymore. Like, I hate it here. I want to just keep wearing my sweaters, but I can't because I'm going to get sweaty. Shout out to me in my t-shirt right now. My room is so hot. And the worst part was literally like on the first day, the heat broke out and it was like so hot. Our AC broke. So we literally went an entire day without air conditioning. Oh my god, I absolutely hated it. I wanted to die. I didn't. I'm still here. And now we have AC again, so it's nice. House is still way too hot, but what? Get the fuck away from me. Why are you walking up to me? You know, it's funny as well because I'm wearing that jacket that has the exact color scheme as Peck minus the brown. My skin is brown though. Oh my god, I'm just like Peck. Oh my god, I'm just like Peck in real life too. What the fuck? Marcel. Cute. Not that it matters, because I don't have to take them. Oh my god, I'm gonna be sitting here for a very long time, getting up to ticket 100. This is now the 9th ticket, and that is a cheetah. Is he supposed to be a cheetah? He has cheetah print on him. He's a tiger, but he could be a cheetah. Go off, you. Whose name I totally remember. You do you. Live your life the way you want to. Leonardo, that's his name. Nice to see him live his true, authentic self. Because isn't that what we all just want to do? You see how easy it is for me to just let him do that and not get bothered? If only the rest of the world could understand how to do that. We are about to head to the 10th ticket. Not that it matters because I'm not taking the villager who's on here, but you never know. It could be a fun villager. It could be one that would lead me to have a mental breakdown because I'm gonna just cry and realize that I can't take this villager. It's Zell. I do like Zell. I do, he's cool. But like he's not worth having a mental breakdown over. He's a fucking dude. No dude in this world is worth having a mental breakdown over. None of them. Not a single one. There's a bottle on here though. Who's this bottle from? 3, 2, 1. See, that's a person worth having a mental breakdown over because he's so fucking ugly. I don't give a fuck about Buck, man. Like, Buck is a horse that exists. Congrats. He was my starter on Windle. He never served anything, you know? He was just there. He had those brows. Like, that's the only thing that I remember about him. I don't remember anything else. He didn't serve anything. He didn't change the game in any single way and made no impact on my life whatsoever. I hope he's doing better now that he's off on his own, doing whatever. This video idea was so like spontaneous. I just woke up today and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to film an Animal Crossing video. And then I remember that I kicked Nate out. So I was like, how many tickets do I have? I looked through my storage. There was like 300 of them in there. Shout out to Treasure Island. So I was like, let's just go on a 100 ticket villager hunt. Like, why not? This is so like on the whim for me at this point. The amount of villager hunts that I've done, I'm like so desensitized. Even though I hate that bitch over there across the river. Yeah, walk away. Walk out of frame. Thank you so much, Caesar. Even though I hate going on like big villager hunts like this one, it's fun to do every now and then. I don't remember the last time I went on one like this large. I feel like it was last year this time. So I think I deserve this. Although I always end up regretting these as soon as they're over because I'm just like, oh my god, I could have literally done anything else. But who cares? Because I'm still doing it. I don't give a fuck about Huck either. Wilbur, how many times do we have to have this discussion to just stop? You see a flop on the island, turn the fucking plane around and go to a different one. There's like thousands of little islands like these all over the place. Which, realistically speaking though, like in the Animal Crossing universe, there's only like what, 8, 9, maybe 10 mystery islands? Are we going to the exact same island every single time? Or like, is it a different island? Like say you go to a sister fruit island and then a few tickets later you go to another sister fruit island. Is that the exact same island as the last time in the universe? Obviously in real life it's a random generated blah blah blah. I know that. Don't get scientific with me. But I mean like in the Animal Crossing universe, like is it just the same 9 islands that we just keep going back to? Or are there actually just like thousands of little islands all over the place, each that just share similar characteristics but are different in some way? Because technically, like, they all have the same layout. The trees are in the exact same spot. Fossils tend to spawn differently in, like, the flowers and weeds. No, even the flowers and the weeds spawn in the exact same spot, too, because this weed is always here. It's Wendy. Doesn't matter. I'm not taking her. But yeah, like, you know, I went to a waterfall island earlier in the video. Is this the exact same waterfall island? Or is this like a completely different one? Like, are there 2 of them in this universe? Or is this just the same one? Wait, I just remember the dialogue. They say like, as soon as they land, they burn the map so they can't come back here ever again. The Orville brothers, they do look like people who would lie. He thinks that we don't know, we don't have a sense of direction. He just kind of like shuts the windows and just flies back to the exact same island and is like, no, this is brand new. This is brand new. This is worth your money. Like some marketing tactic. Wilbur looks like someone who would do that. So I don't know. That's my weird Animal Crossing theory for the day. Are the Dodo brothers lying to us? Comment down below. It is a mountain island. Can I just wait for the villager to spawn over here so I don't have to climb all the way up? Yeah, they're not going to show up. We might as well just see. I can at least see from like here, right? Oh, it's Alfonso. Oh my god, the second villager from the movie. Hey, I've had him before too. I had him on my first ever island in this game. He definitely has beef with me, let's say that, because I did reset that island, so I don't think he'd be happy to see me. Let's just move on. Oh my god, and now we're literally on the exact same island that we just left. Well, I mean, it's a different weed that spawned here. Oh my god, it's Barbara. This is alternate form Wendy. Did I just land in the upside down? That is alternate form Wendy, and I'm on the exact same island too. That's creepy. That's weird. In my head, I like to think that Barbara is Wendy's like aunt or mother or something. I don't know. They just look alike to me. Wilbur, is there something you're hiding from us? Can you access the multiverse? Are you able to travel to the upside down? There's some otherworld shit going on here, you know? Norma, okay, don't have anything else to say about her. It's the lion that kind of looks like a tree when he turns around. I refuse to believe, by the way, that Leopold is a real name. No offense to the Leopolds out there if you're real, but like, Leopold just sounds like something to do with your legs. Like, oh, he Leopold his leg. Oh, he got a Leopold done on his leg. You know, like he's wearing a Leopold right now. You can't help him. Like, doesn't it just sound like a thing and not a person? Again, if your name is Leopold, sorry, but like, you know, that's my thoughts on the name. I think I'm allowed to make fun of people's names because I have a very unique name that people make fun of. Is that how it works? Don't get me started on my name trauma. That's not something I want to get into right now. But shout out to anybody else with unique names. Because, like, if you know, you know. Forgive me if I make fun of somebody whose name is Leopold. You know, a normal name. I'm definitely going to make fun of fucking Coach over here. Stay behind that tree. I don't want to look at you ever again. He also does remind me of something else. But I can't say that on here because YouTube would definitely get mad. But let's just say if you shave a specific part of your body that is found on some, not others, that's what he looks like to me. That's at least what he just reminds me of. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, keep it that way. Don't figure it out. Just stay innocent. There is one ticket left before I finish off this second stack. Let us see. Let us see who it is. It's, oh God, it's yucky. Thank you, Wilbur, for wasting my time once again. Side note, by the way, I have officially turned my fan on. So if you can hear my fan in the background, ignore it. And if it bothers you, just click off the video because that's not turning off. It's too hot. We're on, oh my God, meringue. She definitely hates me too. If she had the opportunity, she would slice me up and bake me in a pie. If there's anybody in the Animal Crossing universe that hates me, it's definitely Miss Meringue, who is on this ticket. This is what, ticket number 22. Shout out to Taylor Swift. We're on a Money Rock Island. Oh, Taylor Swift can relate to, you know, getting rich. That is an offense to Taylor Swift, okay? I'm not even the biggest Taylor Swift stan, but the fact that Klaus is here while I'm talking about her, that seems offensive. Anyways, let me get back on my private jet now and head back to the airport. I have officially made a New Year's resolution. Yes, it's April, but I mean, like, it's a different year, and this is my goal for the year, so it's a New Year's resolution. I want to try coffee. Like, I just want to start going to more coffee shops. I feel like it's just not a thing over here. Because, like, the city I live in is, like, 90% Tim Hortons, 10% Starbucks, and then other stores. There's like one or two of them. Oh my God, I'm gonna get my Canadian rights revoked when I say this, but like, I don't care for Tim Hortons. Oh my God, like, am I allowed to say that out loud? I actually don't like Tim Hortons. Just checking to see if the igloos are coming to attack me for saying that. Oh my God, they haven't, so we're good. To anybody who's never had it before, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, not that great. Peaches is cool. Peaches is fun. But with that being said, I don't even really care for Starbucks either. Like, I'm not trying to ride on Starbucks' dick or whatever. I don't care for that one either. Yeah, I go to there more often. That's just because I like cinnamon dolce syrup in my coffee. That's it. My favorite coffee shop. Kind of underrated in my opinion. I love Second Cup. Second Cup is the way to go. Shout out to Second Cup. In terms of like the smaller local coffee shop type things, we barely have any here. I don't know why. Like for me specifically, I Googled coffee shops near me. The first like 20 options are all Tim's and Starbucks, which is so sad, right? But like I've been trying to like venture out and like go to like actual coffee shops with like good coffee lately. It's been fun. So I've been doing that. Yeah, it's expensive. I don't care. It's worth the experience. So far, I've been to like 3 of them. I'm not going to disclose the locations of any of them just because I don't want to get doxxed. They've been good. They've all kind of tasted the same though, which is weird. And it's making me realize like coffee does really all taste the same. So is it really worth continuing that excursion? Probably not, but I'm still gonna do it anyways because I'm just so tired of going to like Starbucks mid-second cup. I go to Tim Hortons every now and then. Not necessarily for the coffee. I usually just go for the donuts because those are the one item I can get behind at Tim Hortons. Chocolate glazed donuts and Boston cream. Those two are having a mother off at Tim's. The one drink that I could probably get behind are like ice caps. Ice caps are definitely a staple. But even then again, like I can't have too much of it. You know, it's like it's a once in a while treat at this point. Shocker. A Canadian who doesn't like Tim's. I'm kidding. Like, I know a lot of people who actually don't like Tim's. No, but I don't think there are a lot of people who like Tim Hortons food. Like, if you like Tim Hortons food, go off. That's fine. Claudia hiding behind the tree as she fucking should. Don't you dare show your face on this channel. It's like a Canadian staple, but like, it really isn't all that. Sorry to any Tim Hortons stans in the chat if y'all are mad. I don't care. Like, okay, I don't like your favorite restaurant. What is that like? How is that going to affect you? I love how I just like fully just started talking shit about Tim Hortons unsolicitedly. And like, I'm like, oh yeah, if you're mad by that, sorry. It's like, I didn't have to bring it up. And yet I still did because this is my channel. I can say what I want. I just run my mouth for views at this point. But no, for like anybody who's not from Canada, you've always been curious about Tim Hortons, like you need to hear both sides of the coin, you know? It's like there's always people that are like, oh yes, I love Tim's. Tim's is the best place in the world, blah, blah, blah. But like you have to hear the other people too. The ones who don't care for Tim Hortons. You again, he literally camouflaged with the trees. Oh my God, that's so weird. If you ever decide to come to Canada and you want to like see Tim Hortons and like, is it worth the hype? You need to understand that there isn't actually a lot of hype behind Tim Hortons, so you're not disappointed. Oh, my coffee order, for anybody who's wondering. I feel like you can probably guess what it is because if you haven't noticed, I am. So yes, I do get an iced vanilla latte with oat milk. That's literally my go-to. It doesn't mean that if you drink them, you're gay. It just means that if you're gay, you are drinking them. You know, like that's just how it works. Because like not everybody who drinks an iced vanilla latte with oat milk is queer. But queer people are drinking it, which like, I don't know why. I don't know what the chokehold that drink has on the queer community, but like, go off. And I just know for a fact there's going to be at least one person who's like, I'm gay and I don't like those. Bleh. Like, shut up. I'm obviously talking about the majority. Every time I say something and it's like a general statement, like, oh yeah, people like this, there's always like that one person that's like, I don't like it. And it's like, motherfucker, I don't care about you. I'm obviously just speaking in general terms. Not everything I'm talking about specifically is related to you. You're not the only person watching my videos. Frobert's here. I hate Frobert. Frobert's a little bitch. I'm saying that to spawn all the Frobert lovers in my comments. So you can all go and ogle at how the human brain works. That's just how we are. I'm not even finished the 3rd stack yet. Okay, Orville, you need to just shut up and put me on that plane right this second. I would love to spend another villager hunt video complaining about the repetitive dialogue, but then like it would literally just be the pot calling the kettle black at that point because it's like I'm complaining about repetitive dialogue and then saying the exact same things every time I bring it up. So it's like, what more can I say? Maybe Animal Crossing was ahead of the times with the repetitive dialogue. They really are just representing society in ways that we could never have thought of. We are just a bunch of people that repeat the same things over and over again, and we don't care about it in real life. So why should we care about it in a game? I'm still gonna complain about the repetitive dialogue. I'm not trying to say that to like not say anything, but yeah. Kids here. Why am I like staring at them? I need to just look at them, say their name, and then leave. Like there's no point in like marinating myself with them because like I'm not taking them. It doesn't matter. I'm not considering anybody until I get to the final ticket. This should be such a straightforward video, and yet it has been 40 minutes and I am still not even through the 3rd stack. This is like what, the 4th or 5th bamboo island now? Who's here? Can I see from here? No, the one time I actually just want to like see him and dip, they have to be all the way back there. And of course it's fucking Harry. Out of all the people who made me waste my time and travel to the other side of this island, it had to be you. You were not fucking worth my time. If he ends up on that 100th ticket, hands will be thrown. Hands will be thrown through this screen. I will punch my monitor. I don't even hate Harry. That's the funniest part. I actually do like him. I just don't want him on my island. That's it. I have 3 cranky villagers on this island. That's a lie. I only have 2, but I have 3 on the other island. So like, enough with the crankies, you know? I do love them. They're my favorite villager personality. Even I have a limit with them, you know? I think 5 is enough. 5 is more than enough, actually. Especially in this game. They're not even mean. They're not even cranky. They just have deep voices. Why are they still called cranky personality when they are nothing of the sorts in this game? Same with the snooty villagers. Why are they called snooty villagers when they are nothing of the sorts? Should we really be calling these people cranky villagers? Or should we just call them old fucks? Because honestly, they give off old fuck energy more than they do cranky vibes. They're always just like, brr, my bones, I'm getting older. Brr. That's it. Like, that's all. Their personality now is just old. Go off, I guess. Embrace your old age. But like, cuss me off. Hide behind that tree. That's where you belong. Sylvia is a villager. She really is just one of those people that are just there, you know? Animal Crossing did a really good job of designing villagers that are just there. Like, they really just give off filler queen energy. They purposely designed these villagers with New Horizon villager hunts in mind. Like, she came out during the New Leaf era, but in their heads, they were like, when we're able to let these people search for their own villagers, she's gonna be that one obstacle that you overcome before you find the dreamy. Like, that's what it is. A lot of the villagers are just like that, you know? The villagers that just lived on your island, and then you finally kick them out and get happy, and then bam, Marshall shows up, or bam, Teddy shows up. Like, someone you actually want, someone who's actually worth your time. This game just really shows that, like, you know, you don't have to please everybody. Not everybody matters in your life. Sometimes people just come and go. You don't have to waste your time trying to appeal to them. You don't have to waste your time giving energy to them. You can just let them go, and then good things will come your way. Like, I'm sure anybody who has this armpit looking ass bitch on their island who hates them, once he leaves and you set off on that villager hunt, it's gonna be so worth it when Marshall or whoever your dreamy is pops up on your island. Trust and believe. That's why Nintendo made ugly villagers. Not to bully, but to teach you a lesson that sometimes you just need to be patient. We have made it to another one of these waterfall islands, and that's Nana. Great. Moving on. That's how it should go every time I show up on one of these islands, since it doesn't matter. And yet here I am, still doing what I'm telling myself to not do because I have no self-control. Get on the island, see who it is, and leave. There is no need to spend any more time. Keep that in mind going forward, Vis. It's not that hard. Get on the island, see who the villager is. It's Fuchsia, and now leave. I would love to stay here and catch up with Fuchsia, my girl, see what she's been up to, but we don't need to do that because we still have so many tickets left. Let's keep that regime going. Get on the island, see who the villager is, and leave. I arrive on the island, I see who the villager is, and I leave. We're on the island once again, and the villager this time is Lily. I feel like I run into her every single time, and now I'm at a point where I want to take her, but I can't take her because this isn't island number 100. She would be such a good addition on Willow. Dang it, girl, why couldn't you show up a bit later? Promise me that you show up on island number 100 because I want you on Willow so bad. You belong on Willow. Remember my face and make sure you show up. I've waited long enough in the video. By now, if you're still here, you've probably been waiting for it. Drag Race Season 15 is done. Sasha Colby Nation, rise up. We've been here from the start and we're gonna continue going out strong because Mother has won. I've been rooting for her from day one. Not even since day one, since the cast got announced. No, not since the cast got announced, since the cast got leaked. I knew about her being on the season since the leaks came out. Her, Sugar and Spice, and then like a few more. And I've been saying it since that happened that she was gonna win, and now she has. And the season is over. And like, it's so weird because this season has been just as long as the last few seasons, but you notice how quickly this one actually flew by, how it didn't feel like it was just dragging on for much longer than needed to. Wow, RuPaul, she finally learned her lesson. When you have no double Shantays and you send somebody home every single week, do you see how nice the season flows throughly? The only flaw that I have with the season, the only qualm, the only thing that makes me mad was the fact that the first half was only 40-minute episodes. Oh, what I would give to get the full 1 hour episodes instead. The season would have been a million times better. Like, it was already a good season, but it would have been even better if we actually got to see the storytelling the way it was intended and the way they had intended. Apparently, you know, they weren't planning on making them 40-minute episodes. They were supposed to be 60 minutes. And then that stupid show happened. I don't even remember what that show's name is, and I don't feel like Googling it. So yeah, pretty sure that show got canceled too. Actually, I don't know if it has. Has it renewed? Do you know how embarrassing that would be if that show got canceled? They went through all those lengths to make sure that people watched it. They shortened episodes of RuPaul's Drag Race, put it in between the show and Untucked to get people to watch it, and the premiere still flopped. I feel like the premiere alone just flopping is enough reason for it to get canceled, which that would be so embarrassing. They did all that shit and it still gets canceled and flops. I just don't get why they just had to shorten the episodes. Why did it have to be at 9 o'clock on MTV? That's what I don't get. It's like they could have just made it at 9:30. You want Drag Race viewers to watch it. People are gonna watch Untucked if it's right after. So why not just do that and then have Untucked at 10 p.m.? And it's like, that's literally not even a show that anybody wanted. Nobody asked for that show to begin with. So the fact that it still got greenlit and happened, at least the second half of the season with the 60-minute episodes, plus the premiere, like at least those were good. Graham isn't good, so thank God I'm not taking him. But yeah, aside from that though, the season overall, amazing. My favorite moments, definitely Marsha versus Anitra. It was to Boss Bitch, my number one pick for a lip sync song. I'm gonna say right now to everybody who wished that was a double Shantae, Tamar, do you watch the show? Because everybody's like, oh, there have been lip syncs that were worse than that got a double Shantae. Yeah, but like, do people not realize that every single double Shantae on the show is rigged? It's been like that from the start. The reason why they keep them both around is because RuPaul wants them both to keep competing. She's not ready to let go of either of them. And like with mostly every double Shantae that's happened, there's only one where it didn't happen, or two, I think, where at least one of them heads to the finale. Like, it's usually to save somebody who they want to see in the finale. The only exceptions obviously are the it's static. Okay. Georges and Jasmine, and then Heidi and Jackie. But even with those two, it's Georges, Jasmine, Kennedy, who RuPaul loved them both. Obviously, she wanted to keep them around. They're both lip sync assassins as well. And then Heidi and Jackie. Two more fan faves that RuPaul also loved. That's why she kept them around. And Heidi was a lip sync assassin as well, so she kept her around even though she went home the next week. Every double Shantae on the show, and people are comparing it to Simone and Candy. First of all, Simone and Candy, y'all need to get it together because that lip sync was good. And like, Candy deserves to stay. I thought that Candy did better than Simone. I think the only issue that I had was that they should have just, did it a little better. Instead of making it really obvious that they wanted to save Candy Muse and not send her home, they should have just done a straight up double Shantae instead of the Candy wait. Or like they could have saved Candy first and then saved Simone. That would have at least felt a little more gratifying. Dog, every double Shantae on the show is rigged. Even the ones that were deserved. Like immediately what comes to mind, Brooke and Evie. Obviously that was going to be a double Shantae regardless. Because it was so clear from the get-go that those two were going to be in the finale. Did you really think they were going to send home either one of them? They were the front runners. There have been more obvious double Shantaes like Dela versus Darian. People don't bring that up, but like that was an obvious stunt to keep Dela around in the competition. Not just because she was the front runner at the time, but also because RuPaul just liked her. It doesn't matter how they actually end up doing on the lip sync. If RuPaul likes you, she can keep you around. It's RuPaul's Drag Race. She makes the decisions. Yeah, Marsha was a fan favorite, and I get why people wanted her to stay, but like, girl, RuPaul didn't care about her. She liked her, obviously, but not enough to keep her around. And it's like, even if she did stayed, do you really think she would have gone any further? I mean, like, yeah, the Rusical, she probably would have done really well on the Rusical, but I think Anitra would have still ended up winning. After that, like, I don't think she would have ended up going any further. I don't think she would have made top 5. Like, the eliminations probably would have just ended up being the exact same thing. So, like, who cares? At the end of the day, the top 4 we got was the one we deserved. I feel like every elimination for the most part was very fair. I don't know. I guess like the only one that I had an issue with was Irene's, but not necessarily because I thought Irene was robbed or anything. I just wanted to see more of her. She had the worst talent show. No offense to Irene if she's watching. Amethyst, I guess, beat her in the lip sync. I don't remember. I'm assuming she did though. So like her elimination was still pretty justified. But I still wish we got more of her. I hope she comes back for season 16. I really do. Oh my god, which by the way, like season 16, I know for a damn fact they're already casting for that already. So RuPaul producers, if any of y'all are watching, I speak on behalf of the entire fan base. Bring back Irene. We won't complain. Because like, have y'all seen all the runways she's been posting on her Instagram? They're so good. They are so good. It's not even just runways, like she would have been such good TV. She proved it at the reunion. Her and Poppy, like she had so much personality. She would have meshed so well with Mistress. Those two could have just been an unstoppable force. And I feel like she could have had like a Diabetes moment, you know, where like she's literally bottom tier the first week and then goes on to be one of the finalists. She could have had a really similar storyline to that. That could have been the underdog storyline of the season instead of what they tried to give Anitra. Because like technically Anitra was the underdog, but like was she really the underdog? She won the first week. Shout out to Sasha Colby. Shout out to Mistress. I love Mistress too. And shout out to everybody else in the cast. All Stars 8 now is apparently coming soon. Streets are saying it's happening in May, which like, obviously that's not true because if it was happening in May, we would have gotten the promos by now. But I'm pretty excited for the season to come. Yeah, I've seen cast leaks already. I won't discuss, and please don't discuss in the comments. I will block you. But like, yeah, I'm excited. That's it on the Drag Race talk because I really don't have anything else to say. Stop sending hate to queens. That's a good note to end off on because you're not doing anything other than proving the fact that you're just a little bitch. Oh my god, Tybalt on the other hand, not pretty. Not pretty at all. I don't know if it's just his name or the way he looks, but he does remind me of the Tybalt twins from Arthur. And I feel like that's the main reason why I just don't like him. Fuck the Tybalt twins, by the way. Oh my god. Those two little shits. Like, first of all, I would love to sit here and talk shit about them. The grandma, on the other hand, the fact that there's that one episode where they're trying to get DW to say the F word, she doesn't do it. So then like when they're walking home, they're walking with their grandma and they're just yelling out and like talking shit about DW to her face, being like, you scaredy cat, you can't do anything. And the grandma's just there walking with them and she doesn't say anything about that. Grandma, what are you on? Because last I checked, like you shouldn't be going around calling people scaredy cats, especially in public, like in that messy ass voice. Like what are you doing yelling that shit across town? What up with that? Also, the fact that they literally assaulted DW too. Oh my god, Sasha. I was gonna use Sasha as I was like, I hope I find Sasha on this villager hunt so that I could use that as a segue to talk about season 15. And now he shows up after I finished talking about it. It was taking too long, so I was like, let's just do it. And now he shows up. Sasha's there once again. Shout out to Sasha Colby and shout out to Sasha Valora too while we're at it. They literally assaulted DW. Those two little fucks. They slammed a swing into her face and she started bleeding and she had to get stitches. And the grandma was just like, oh, boys will be boys. They assault little girls, but like that's just how it is. They didn't get any kind of punishment for that. Like it wasn't an accident. Because, like, they did it on purpose. They didn't expect her to start bleeding. Yeah, you swung a fucking swing at somebody's face, a wooden plank into somebody's face, and they started bleeding. Where was the punishment? Where was the punishment? Girl, raise your damn kids. You are their supervisor. You are their guardian. You are responsible for them. Instead, no, you just have two little menaces running around being little shits, assaulting little girls and cussing them off in public. Alfonso's here once again. Ticket number 49. Yeah, I know to count. Is another Money Rock Island, and Spike is here. Spike is a bougie ass rhino, by the way. The fact that he has a gold plated spike horn thing or whatever it's called, and gold-plated hooves. He has money. Why doesn't, like, if he's on your island, he should be contributing more to the island's economy, paying for the bridges, paying for the ramps, paying for people's houses. Like, he just is a walking golden rhino. Like, you know that shit wasn't cheap, and yet he's still there doing nothing for you. I don't hate Spike personally. I think he's cool, but if you do hate him, you should be hating him for that specific reason. Then I'll understand it. Spike, pull your weight. I know you're rich. I know you have money. This is the 50th ticket. We are officially at the halfway point, and who is gonna bless us through the rest of the video? It is a mouse. It's Bella. Take that as you will. I personally don't mind Bella, but she's still Bella at the end of the day. So I've had her before and she was just there. So let's hope that the villager at the end of this video isn't someone who's also just there. I literally kicked Nate out because he was somebody who was just there. If I did all that just to replace him with another just there villager, I will not allow it. I will not allow it. I mean, I keep saying that I'm probably gonna just end up replacing people with amiibos, but then I never do it because it's like, it's just so much work. It's so much effort. Like, why does it take 3 whole days just to do it? That's why I always just end up not doing it. I mean, like, yeah, villager hunts are also so much effort. Well, it's not a lot of effort, it's just a lot of time. She is a star, and y'all should put respect on her name. Fuck my life. No. This is another one. You had to show up here. You had to show up now. You couldn't show up 50 tickets later. Ugh. I have to say no. Just let it be known that I don't want to, because I want her so bad. I miss her so much. She was my fucking girl on Fallbrook. She was my ride or die. This girl, she was innocent in the face, but she knew exactly what to say to get people riled up. She knew how to start drama. She was the fucking moment. I hate that I kicked her out. I want her on the island again so bad. This is Willow, so that's why I'm all right with leaving her. But if this was Fallbrook, I would have just said no. I would have canceled the plans. I would have just taken her back immediately. Melba was the one that got away, truly. She was the one I deserved. If I could redo anything in life, there aren't much things that I would want to redo, but kicking out Melba, I would have gone back in time and not done it. I would have kept her around because Melba was that girl. Bob. I'm like 90% sure this is the first time I've ever seen Bob. I might be lying, and I know there's at least one person who's willing to fact check that, but as of right now, I don't think I've ever seen Bob in person before. I think I famously said in my villager ranking video that I actually didn't really care for him, and I was like, you know, he's popular, but I don't understand the hype. I'm here to clear the air and admit that maybe I lied. And maybe, just maybe, there might have been a few villager opinions in that video that I lied about just for engagement. But there were a few that I was like, you know what? Like, even though I still did like them and I put them in higher tiers, like, what if I just said something to, like, piss people off? Like, I said Bob was kind of overrated. That's not actually something I believe. That is actually a lie. I was just lying for fun because I'm a messy bitch. But yes, let's clear the air. I put Bob in a pretty high tier, I'm pretty sure. I think I put him in like the fan fave tier, when honestly I would put him in the S rank tier because Bob is that bitch. That's Pashmina. Dope. Moving on. Can we talk about the fucking Barbie movie? Oh my god, I just remembered. The Barbie movie. The cast has been like leaking and like being exposed for a long time. So like I knew about most of the people in the movie, but I didn't realize like how stacked it actually is. Like, you have Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling as the lead roles, which I am here for, by the way. To everybody who hates on Ryan Gosling as Ken, girl, do your research on Ryan Gosling. He is perfect for the role. The only person I've seen people say who should have been Ken instead that I agreed with was James Marsden if he was blonde as Ken. Yeah, like, I agree with that. But I think Ryan Gosling is still perfect for the role too. He just has like that perfect himbo-esque energy that exudes Ken, you know? So I'm all here for, oh my god, Ursula! The girl who I once thought got murdered by Coco, and then I found out she actually didn't, she just hid. And now look at her, living freely, truly living the life that she deserves now that she's freed from Coco's shackles. As she should. You go, Ursula, live the life you deserve. The rest of the cast, like, who is in it? Who's in it from the top of my head that I remember? Will Ferrell. The fact that there's 3 people from Sex Education, Adam, Maeve, and Eric, the actors who play them, are all in the movie is so wild to me. It's always weird when like 3 people from the same movie or TV show end up together in another movie or TV show. It always just is like, whoa, you know? So that's wild. It's shocking even when it's just 2 people. So that's why it's like, what the fuck? How did 3 of them end up in the same movie? Oh, America Ferrera being in the movie? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bitch. I ride hard for Ugly Betty. Ugly Betty is such a good TV show, so I'm excited to see her. Issa Rae. Dua Lipa? Like, what is she doing there? I knew she was making music for the movie, but the fact that she's actually in the movie too. Chris Evans' brother, Scott Evans, is in the movie. Michael Cera is in the movie too. Like, this movie is going to be so camp. The highest levels of camp. And I am so here for it. I apparently, like, I don't know exactly what the plot is, but like, I think it's like something to do with like Barbie and Ken leaving their world and coming into the real world. But like, I'm still excited. It's a Greta Gerwig film. So like, Greta Gerwig's dope. Another New Year's resolution of mine. I am really trying to like get back into movies because I'm not really much of a movie guy, believe it or not. Like, I prefer shows, but like, I don't know. There's just something fun about movies lately that I'm just like, you know what? Let's try to watch a few more every now and then. Like, this is going to come off very shocking and kind of hypocritical because I was riding hard for the movie during Oscar season, but I only saw Everything Everywhere and All at Once recently, like really recently, even though I was like one of those people on Twitter that were like, Michelle Yeoh deserves the Oscar. That movie deserves the Oscar. I hadn't seen it personally. I was just basing it off reviews and other people's opinions. But now that I've seen the movie for the first time, I stand by everything I said about it. And I stand by the fact that it deserved Best Picture and Michelle Yeoh and Stephanie Hsu. Happy for Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, yay, she's dope too. But like, Stephanie Hsu, that really was a good performance. She should have got the Oscar. There's no point rehashing that. That shit happened 2 months ago, but like, still. Yeah, that movie was so good though. It was so silly. That's the main reason why I was so like in love with it the entire time. It's a long film. It's like 2 hours and something minutes. I was sat and paying attention the entire time. I didn't feel like drifting away or dozing off or anything. I was like, yes, I'm here because of the camp. The camp helped make the movie so much more interesting. Yeah, it deserved all the praise it got. It deserved all the hype. Anybody who disagreed with that probably likes Rhonda as a villager. What other films? Scream 6. Oh my god, Scream 6, which I don't think I've talked about it yet. Even though I was like so excited for the movie, it came out a month ago. I feel like now that it's been a month, like I can give like a better review about it. Cause like when it first came out, I was just like, oh my god, I love it. It's amazing. It's not the best Scream movie, but it's still a really good Scream movie. But now that like I've had time to like sit with the plot and like watch a bunch of videos, I think I would still rank it like pretty high. But you know, all the better Scream movies are like better. They're like S rank, and I would rank this as like A rank, I guess, if I was to say it like that. Like surface level film, it's great. It's amazing. Had really good action, had really good acting, pretty good writing compared to Scream 5. I'm mainly comparing it to Scream 5 since, you know, it's different directors and everything. So like those are the only 2 that they've done. It's definitely better than Scream 5, especially because like Scream 5, Scream 6, and Scream 7 are going to be its own trilogy. It would make more sense to compare it to those. Oh my god, meringue. Not again. The only thing that like really irked me, the killers and the motive. It was just so not as exciting as I hoped it would be. I had my theories and I got one of the killers right. I will say that, like from the beginning, I knew who it was, which you can probably guess who it was because everybody predicted it from the get-go. But yeah, like I just wish the killers were different, or at least like, I don't want to get like too spoilery with it, even though it's been a month since the movie came out, but like, I don't know. I wish it was different motive. I wish it was something a little like still related to Scream 5 in some sense, but not in a literal sense. It was just too similar to like the original trilogy, which like I predicted the motive as well. I was like, I had a feeling that at least one of them was gonna be related to a previous killer. I just wasn't expecting all of them. Like, girl, what the fuck? Like, that was kind of overkill. This is gonna come off very, very weird, but Scream 6 had the same plot as Scream Queens season 1. Like the killers and the killer motive, when you really think about it, it was extremely similar that it wouldn't surprise me if they got inspiration from Scream Queens season 1. Now we're gonna get into spoiler territory because I need to talk about it. Close your ears. The fact that the killers in Scream Queens, a parent figure and her 2 children, brother and sister, getting revenge for a previous murder against like people who went to a college, and then Scream 6 was a father and his 2 kids, brother and sister, getting revenge for a previous murder done by somebody who's going to college. Like, what? Norma, once again, what the hell? Okay. Both extremely camp as well, so I'll allow it. Scream Queens, by the way, Scream Queens is such a good show. I rewatched it recently. Oh my god, like I forgot how fun it actually is. Like when Ryan Murphy knows what he's doing, he can get shit done. And we just need more shit like that. Campy murder mysteries and just like serious things like a murder mystery. There's a serial killer on the loose, but then taking like a dark comedy aspect on it and doing it good. Like I think another example is like Ready or Not, or even Scream. Scream's another good one. It's still very funny. Like it's a funny campy movie, but it's like serious topics. We just need more shit like that, more camp. If there's anything that the Met Gala taught us, life is more fun when it's campy. Oh my god, shout out to the old island. Oh, wow. Wow, remember that whole debacle that literally happened last year? That still, to me, is like top 10 angry coconut moments. The fact that I literally did a poll on Twitter to kick out a villager, and Dora won the poll, meaning she got kicked out, only for me to then kick Filbert out and completely forget that I did that and have it autofill to Samson. And it's like, oh my god, did Dora just come back in a disguise? Is Dora now Samson because they look so similar? It's like Samson's her drag persona. That is still one of my funniest moments. Like that is still one of the ones that still makes me crack to this day. And who is on the island? Who the fuck is... Oh my god, Henry! Wow, I did not realize that's what the back of his head looked like. I hope somebody in the comments is keeping track about how many bamboo islands I've been to. Oh my god. The way he was standing behind that tree was so ominous. It was so ominous. Damn, Louis. What you doing out here with all that ass? On a Thursday afternoon. Oh my god, it's literally a Thursday afternoon. And he's out here double cheeked up. Okay. Bye. I'm about to be a broken record, but I just really hope in the next Animal Crossing game, if it happens, they just make things so much more seamline. And seamline, is that the word? I don't care. And faster, straightforward. That really is like the one issue though that I have with this game. That's not true. I have many issues. But like one of the main issues is just so much repetition. So tiring. It's like fine every now and then, but then it's just, there just comes a point where you just get so sick of it. Come on, girl, we get it. Why do they at least have to say the exact same thing every... I am trying to kick him out of Fallbrook right now, so this is really weird seeing him over here. Which, by the way, on Fallbrook, he's still there. I've been meaning to kick him out for like... what, months now, I think? Walt's not budging. Everybody else is thinking. Everybody else is having thoughts except for him. His head empty. Spork. Okay, first we saw Wendy, and then we saw Wendy's mother, Barbara, and now here's the grandmother, Cashmere. Oh my god, the woolly girls. It's like Gilmore Girls, but it's the Three Sheeps. Wendy is kind of Rory Gilmore coded. Barbara kind of gives off Lorelai vibes. Shout out to Flo Millie. Do you think Flo knows how to rap? I feel like Flo is a rap queen. Honestly, she might be the queen of rap in Animal Crossing. I could see her being a good rapper. She's a straight up rapstress. If there was a music industry in the Animal Crossing universe, KK Slider is definitely like the Michael Jackson of the world. And then like Chrissy and Francine, I would say are like the Destiny's Child, but there's only 2 of them. Maybe Flo is like one of the girls too. She's kind of underrated, but like she's known for rapping and she's known for being a really good rapper. People don't really give her the credit, but when her music comes on, They know to respect her. Who else, though, would be like famous in the Animal Crossing universe? Olivia and Monique would definitely be movie stars. That's for sure. Rooney would be like a really famous boxer. And I feel like Walt would be like also a famous boxer who's now retired. Margie would be like the Anna Wintour of the Animal Crossing universe. And Whitney is an Oscar award-winning actress. She is like Judy Garland, Viola Davis level, Meryl Streep level iconic. She is one that everybody knows and everybody recognizes. Peaches. I don't think Peaches would be famous. Apollo and Whitney would be like Brangelina level of like known couple. I don't really care for those two, but like that's the first name that came up to my head. And like they would definitely get divorced and it would shock the nation. And then Whitney would end up with Margie. That's how it works in the Angry Coconut cinematic universe. And I think it would work like that in real life too. Whitney would be with Apollo for a very long time. They would break up, get divorced. It would be nasty. And then she ends up with Margie and stays with Margie for the rest of their life. And they're just like the elite power couple. Again, though, I just really want to see a game with Animal Crossing characters that's more story based. Not as like Miitopia, like I've said before, but even like slice of life slice of life games. I want to see a slice of life style game with Animal Crossing characters. Lucy would be famous. Lucy does look like a celebrity. She knows how to get a concept down. Shout out to Lucy, she's cool. A slice of life style game with Animal Crossing characters though would be so fun. Nintendo, I'm actually directing that towards you. Please make it happen. Thank God this is not island number 100. Bruce. Wait, he used to live on... Oh my God. That was a bad idea to just stare him down like that. He used to live on my island too. He would beat my ass. This island, I literally kicked him out for no reason. I just evicted him from the island. Oh my God, Hopper. Cute. I saw him and now I can leave. This is the point of the video where now I'm just like, let's just get to the end. I am so over it now. I'm not delirious. I'm not like pissed off or anything. I'm just like, all right. Like, we get the gist now. You know, I've been at this for like, what, 2 hours? Was this a good idea? No, this is definitely not a good idea, and I will never be doing this again. I've passed up some pretty good villagers. You know, villagers who I would have considered. Watch, the villager on the final island is just going to be like a shithead. Somebody who's like, I really just spent this amount of time for this villager. Are you kidding me? That's what's going to happen. We're bracing ourselves now, by the way, just so we can get ready. Like, let's not get our hopes up too high. Thankfully for me, I don't have any dreamies at this point of the game. So like, I'm willing to just take it. Damn, we found both of them in one video. Oh my God, that's some real good makeup on you. Shout out to Samson over here, Miss Dora and Samson. What an iconic duo the two of them are. Whether or not they're the same person, that will remain a mystery because, you know, I never confirmed it in the ACCU, Angry Coconut Cinematic Universe, that they're the same person. It was just a theory. It would have taken Dora forever to put the makeup on and then show up on another island. So like, either she's just really good at makeup or her and Samson are two completely different people and we'll never know. Oh, it's Cranston. Again? You are not worth seeing more than once. I kicked him off this island too. How many times? I feel like it's only on this island I've managed to run into people who I've had on the same island. It's never happened before this. Like, it happens, but it's not as frequent. Like, we saw Shino, we saw Wendy, Bruce, Cranston twice. In past videos, I've seen like Allie before. It's like they really want to come back at this point. That's what it seems like. I haven't even had Willow for a year yet, and there's been so many villagers. Because let's not forget that I had my original 10, and then I kicked one out to bring Pietro onto the island, and Biscuit and Fang were already there. And then I kicked out 7 villagers in one video. Oh my God, I just saw who that was. Are you kidding me? Another person who used to live on Willow. I kicked out 7 villagers in one video and replaced them all with amiibos. And I've been replacing all of them ever since. Like now, like Biff was gone. We just ran into Iggly again. What is this? Why are there so many villagers? Travel the world. You have the opportunity to go anywhere. Why are you hanging out near Willow still? Make it make sense. Get a life. Do something fun. I will say though, of all the islands that I've had like what, 7 or 8 now. Willow has definitely been like the most chaotic out of all of them. I feel like the fact that it literally all started on a whim because of one dream address. And that island inspired me to reset my island and look for that exact map to do a no terraforming island. And I ended up doing it and finding that map. And then I did a no terraforming island with no custom codes in 30 days. And then after that, I got so bored on the island that I kicked 7 out in one day. 7 villagers, got rid of all of them. And ever since, I've been redoing the island since like what, January? Since this year, I've been redoing the island. It's April. I'm like halfway to the end. I still just have the back half left. And look at all the drama that's happened. We've had 2 villagers from Valbrook move onto this island, Teddy and Wolfgang, which is wild. The fact that those 2 are here. Fallbrook is still better by a long slide. And Elnew. I miss Elnew. Time to talk about Elnew again. I love that island though. That's another regret. One regret was kicking out Melba. The other regret, resetting Elnew. I wish I kept that island. That could have been a fun island to have, especially with the 2.0 update. Imagine Elnew after the 2.0 update. Because I obviously would have been redoing that island right now. The shit that I could have done with the new items would have been wild, would have been so fun. Is now the 80th ticket, and the villager is Patty. She's all the way over there. I don't care. I've been thinking recently about the next Animal Crossing game once again. And you know how I said, like, what would they do for like the plot, for the point? Because it's like, where do you go from this game where you started on an abandoned island and built it up from the get-go? I've been thinking, and it's like, imagine if instead of doing an entire town, and this is a stretch, but like, what if you were able to do an entire like region or a country, and you were able to own multiple towns, multiple islands in one game? Because like I was thinking about Pocket Camp recently, and you know, in Pocket Camp there's like multiple areas of the game that you're able to access to. What if it was something like that? You start off on the mainland and you build that up, and then maybe after a certain point you're able to like unlock a new area, like a desert or a snowy area or something like that, and you're able to like build. You know, if I did take him, it would complete my dream of having him, Wolfgang, and Fang on one island, but I won't. Because he's living happily ever after with Gonzo on Fallbrook. I don't want to ruin that. Imagine you were able to have an entire country or something like that. Because I definitely think in the next game, they're most likely, because they introduced it in this game, gonna be able to change like the biome. Like instead of having it be a grassland, like you can make it a snowy Arctic area, a desert, a very like rocky mountainous area. Like I think they're gonna introduce those in the next game. And what if you were able to have all of them at once? Because again, they kind of introduced it with Happy Home Paradise too. You know, there's like multiple areas, multiple regions that you're able to build people's houses on, and you're able to go and visit them afterwards and see what's up. Very like Pocket Camp-esque. What if they did that in the next game? So it's like, yeah, you still have your main town, but you're able to visit other towns that you and Tom Nook own and like get up to shit over there as well. And like maybe you can get like a shopping district area, you can get like Tortimer's Island, like you unlock Tortimer's Island that way. Like I feel like that's kind of the next step, is to just really expand on it and make it like an Animal Crossing universe, like an entire world that's just owned by you and Tom Nook. Animal Crossing World Adventures, something like that for the title. Like that could be really interesting. Because, you know, I feel like a lot of us have been wanting to have like multiple islands on one account. And it's like, what if you're able to just have multiple islands in one save? That's my theory, at least, for how the next game should go. Not necessarily a theory, like the idea. I don't know if Nintendo's actually going to do that. But to me, at least, that does feel like the next logical step in the Animal Crossing game world. Because, you know, like every game, you started off in a pretty already developed town. It kind of got a little more barren. Like say like New Leaf, like you had the abandoned shopping district to go with it. Whereas like in City Folk, there was already an established shopping district. And then in this game, it's like all of it's gone. You have to build everything from the ground up. So then maybe the next game, it's like, you're able to do that, but you're able to do that in multiple places. You're able to build multiple places from the ground up. I feel like there would be a lot more longevity to that game too. It could be fun. I don't know. Discuss that in the comments. And if it does happen, I've predicted things correctly before with the Animal Crossing world. Who's to say I can't do it again? That is always going to be my biggest flex though. The fact that I was able to predict the ability to renovate your villagers' homes. The fact that I predicted that, remember that I saw it coming. Oh my god, we are getting closer and closer to island number 100. Sydney, another one who I would consider. Dang it, of course she had to show up now. Wilbur, I feel like you and I, we've been in this plane together, just the two of us, so many times, so I've obviously ran my mouth about my opinions on all the villagers. You should know who I want by now. And who I don't want. And you should fly me to them when I tell you to. Like, yes, I did want Sydney. Thank you for understanding that. But right now, I have 100 tickets. Can you wait until the 100th ticket to give me somebody I want? What do these people even do with the tickets after I give it to them? Do they sell them? Is this how they make their money? From the Nook Miles tickets, they sell them to Timmy and Tommy. Do they even need money though? That's the other thing I wonder. These two live here full time, assuming it's paid for because nobody on this fucking island has mortgages or anything except me. Do they really need to be making money? Like, are they doing this shit for free? That would be fun if they were able to just run an airport for free and not have to worry about bills. But it's like, yeah, if you do make money, who pays you? I'm assuming it's Tom Nook. What's your salary? I wish there was a fixed salary in my player's life. Do you know how scary it is? Some days you just make $0. And like, do they have insurance? I wonder that too. Like, what if you like get injured on the plane and you break a leg and you need medicine for your leg pain? You know, like, do you have to pay for it? Or like, is it given? Like, you know, I have to pay for medicine every time I get a bee sting. Like, I'm paying for the fucking medicine from Timmy and Tommy, which, by the way, those two are children. Why are they also pharmacists? But like, what about you two? Do you have benefits or anything? Optometry? Dental? Well, they don't have teeth, so they don't need dental. Are there dentists in the Animal Crossing universe? You would have to be a highly skilled dentist though, because you're dealing with animals as well. Like a crocodile's teeth versus like a dog's teeth. Two completely different things. You're gonna have to know that if you want to be a dentist in this world. Fuck you. This is ticket number 87, and the villager is Fuchsia once again. Not that it's important because I can't take her. We are so close to that final stack, and at this point I'm just afraid. I am just so afraid that it's gonna be a flop. What if it's the flop? Oh my god, I haven't even taken that into consideration. I've been running into so many villagers that I've had / have because we saw Walt and Dobie. What if this is just setting me up for the ultimate flop to join me on the side? Can you imagine though how cursed that would be if I had Wolfgang, Teddy, and Lopez on 2 different islands? Wait, why do I actually want to find Lopez today? What if I found Lopez on the 100th ticket? Do you know how cursed that would be to have the unholy trinity? Well, I mean, Teddy doesn't live on Fallbrook though. But still, that's the unholy trinity in the ACCU. So imagine if the 3 of them reunited on Willow. Marina. Okay. I mean, wait, oh my god, she was another villager I had. Yo, they're hearing me. They're listening to me. Oh my god, my starter from Fallbrook. Wait, 2 in a row after discussing what I just discussed? It's getting weird. It's getting concerning. I don't like this. Antonio, cute. Can I just say though, in New Horizons, they gave him this yellow t-shirt instead of the purple one that he had in older games. Horrible decision. Revert. Go back. Give him that purple star t-shirt instead. It looked so much better on him. But with that though, we have officially made it to the final 10 tickets. We are just gonna blaze through because we're about to find out in any moment who the new villager of the island is. Oh my god, just please be good. I've been at this for very long. But the countdown officially begins. Here we go. On island number 10, we have the cursed criminal. Island number 9 has a waterfall and jitters. Oh my god, she ate. That's for sure. Not Miss Whitney. Ocean 7, we have Sylvia again. Okay. Oh my god, Freckles is on island number 6. But alas, we still have 5 more to go. And now that we've seen Tammy, we have 4 left. Oh my god, Sterling again. Okay, here we go. It's the final 3, 2, 1. We have officially made it to the 100th island. Whoever shows up on this island is gonna move on to Willow. Please be good. That's all I have to say at this point. The new villager that's moving on to Willow, the 100th ticket of the day, is a wolf? Oh my god, it's Bootleg Wolfgang. Wait, whoa, it's Lobo. Am I actually about to do an all wolf island? Wolfgang, Fang, Vivian, and now Lobo. Lobo is about to move onto the island. It's a cranky, but I guess I'm gonna have to put up with it. Lobo is officially moving on to Willow. It's not who I wanted, but I'm excited. And at the end of the day, I just can't wait to see how it's gonna turn out.